What is your name?
Matthew Henny,
What grade are you in?
10th.
And how did you hear about the school?
My mom told me.
What is your name?
My name's Simone Green.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
And how did you hear about the school?
I heard about the school in middle school, 8th grade, when they brought us down to the library and talked about IAM.
My name is Emily Dixon, and I'm a sophomore at the IAM. I learned about the school from my mom, who really wanted me to go there.
I thought it would be a challenge. It'd be pretty fun and different from what I'm used to going to Cranbrook.
I thought I would hate it because none of my friends from my old school came here. It was only me, so I thought it would be lonely. I would be like an outcast, and it was going to be terrible.
When I first heard about the IAM, I thought it would be very rigorous and difficult to adapt to.
It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, there's still things I don't like about it, but it's better because I have a lot more friends, especially in 10th grade. I have a lot more friends than I did last year, so it's a lot better. Yeah.
It's not as hard as I thought it would be, and I've kind of got used to the public school atmosphere instead of a private school atmosphere.
The MYP rubric is a grading scale for freshmen and sophomores, and it changes depending on your grade level and semester.
Maybe an hour and a half.
Last year, probably about 3 to 4 hours worth a night.
I'd probably say that I get around 1.5 to 2.5 hours of homework each night.
It's about as hard in terms of the academics, and the people are a lot different because of like the area the school's in. It's like here compared to like Bluefield Hills, it's a different type of people.
This is way harder. Like, they say this stuff is hard.
Compared to regular high school, the IAM is very difficult on a scale of like the amount of homework and the amount of work that students get, but it really challenges them to pursue higher level learning through college and like our HL classes. So I think it's a really good experience overall.
I would probably give it a 7. It's not just the fact that like the amount they're giving it, it's like trying to manage that with everything going on as well, like stuff from home and like curricular activities. So like when I have soccer going on and like it's like the same amount that I would get like maybe in the fall, it would just like my stress level would increase because I have less time to do it. So like if I have soccer every day from like in like an hour and a half, it's like time taken away to do it. So just like the stress level gets higher when there's like things going on.
Not a lot of stress. It's more like the tests and finals and all that, not really the homework.
10. Because it gets really stressful with, like, okay, not only is this a new curriculum and they give you so much homework, but also there's like, they have random like bursts of tests, like multiple tests a week some weeks, and that's really stressful because tests count a lot for your grade, and it's just a lot of studying, a lot of time you have to take into studying. It's just stressful overall. And plus I have after school activities too, so I have to worry about that as well as school, and it's just...
I'd probably give the stress scale about a 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. I've definitely had a few mental breakdowns due to the workload and outside factors like sports and extracurriculars. So you do encounter a lot of stress.
No. Claudia has though.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I was very close to some at home. I would cry sometimes, and then I would feel like crying a lot of times because of how stressed I was. Sometimes in school I'd be like just in my own zone. I'd just be like, yeah, on the verge of tears. That happened a lot of times.
Well, I would say it probably definitely helps you with like college and stuff, since normally typical homeschools don't give you as much of a workload and like the amount of time needed to do it. So since we get so much homework here, like you start to develop time management skills. So I feel like it's really good for college since for homeschool people, it's like a big step for them from going to homeschool to college, whereas for us, they kind of like make that step a little smaller, you know? So I think that's the biggest benefit of coming here.
Well, it gives you a lot of experience when it comes to higher level education. Either if you're going to back to your home school, like or normal high school after like 10th grade, or you're going to college, it'll help you a lot. And what I plan to do is, I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, but like the credits you get in 5th grade, you can put them into 11th and 12th grade, so you don't have to go to school as much. You can just go to early college, or you can go to the IB and get your IB diploma. So there are multiple reasons why I go to school.
For me personally, there are a lot of different classes that improve your communication skills, like the speech classes and the drama classes. There's also a robotics team through the school, which helps. It's an amazing community of students. It also helps improve your time management skills as you have to balance a lot of different goals and objectives and tasks. So next year as a junior, I'll transition from the MYP program to the IB program, which is harder classes, more rigorous schedule. So it's going to take a lot of hard work and planning and time management, but I think it will be worth it for the future.
In your opinion, is this school worth it?
For the 4 years, in my opinion, no, at least not at the point I'm at now. I'd rather just do these 2 years and leave and go back to my home school. But for some people it is worth it, for others it isn't. But for me, I don't think it's worth it for me, but I'll see later in the year if I want to continue.
I think that IAM definitely prepares you for the future, for college, jobs. Although there's a lot of homework and there's a really difficult curriculum, it's definitely worth it.
What is your name?
My name is Mary Thompson.
How long have you worked at the International Academy of Macomb?
This is my second year. I teach freshmen, juniors, so I teach freshmen in world literature, I teach juniors in IB1, and I teach yearbook.
Okay.
And I taught speech last year.
What was your opinion on the school when you first arrived?
When I first arrived, so I had been out of the classroom for a little while, and I was really, really anxious to get back into the classroom because I missed teaching a great deal. And when I heard that there may be an opportunity to teach here at the IAM, I jumped on it with all of the energy that I have, and I was thrilled the moment I walked through those doors, and I continue to be thrilled to be here. I think it is an exceptional school.
That's good. Now that you've been working here for a while, what is your opinion on the school as of now?
I think that this school, inside of education, we try really, really hard to get a lot of things right, and I think that this school's pacing, I think this school's vision, I think this school's implementation of theory into practice, I think it is second to none. I think that is what makes this school so incredible. The staff is completely collaborative. Working together, we push the students to become more than they thought that they were capable of, and yet we still catch them enough that we're able to help them reach the goals that we want them to reach. It is an incredibly special school.
In your opinion, what do students gain from going here?
I think that students gain a pre-college, this is definitely an intense collegiate program. I think that the sacrifices they make here in time, in energy, in increased stress, pays off for them in the long run because of college. I went to a pretty academically rigorous college, and I walked in without any AP, without any IB, without any of that, and I was behind. And so, speaking from experience, I think what this does is it benefits you all very much for college.
Do the students here still get the quote-unquote high school experience?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because we have all the opportunities that they have. We don't have sports teams, but they can play sports at their home school. We have homecoming, we have dances, we have clubs, we have student council, we have NHS, we have tri-Ms. We've got so much going on here above and beyond what would just be considered academia that we're great.
How much homework do you believe that your students receive on a daily basis?
From my class, probably about an hour. I'd say about an hour.
How difficult do you believe this school is in comparison to normal high schools?
I think it's really difficult. The rigor is authentic here. It's true. It's real rigor. It's not just using the term rigor because that's a fancy catchphrase in academia. It's truly a rigorous school. I think it's manageable, but I don't think it's easy. And I think that we need to draw that distinction. I think that it pushes instead of taking students where they are and meeting them where they are. We meet them where they are and push them to give a little bit more. It's instead of a 5K, we ask them to run a marathon. But it's not all at once. We build them up to that.
In comparison to a standard high school, how much stress do you believe that students here are under?
Well, I think they're under much more stress, but I also think that as a generation, students these days are stressed beyond compare. There's no off for kids these days. That being said, I think that this school is just one more thing for them to stress about. So I think that the students here would be stressed no matter what. Even if they were in what we would call like the standard, their home high school, they'd still be stressed because that's kind of the nature of the child who attends this school.
Why do you believe that some students versus others struggle with the workload?
I think for the same reason that some students struggle with math versus English. I think we all look at things with a unique perspective. I know for me as a teacher, my struggle was organization last year. Now that I've got a system in place, I find that easier. It could be students who struggle with organization, who struggle with the self-management piece. It could be the students who aren't content with anything but an A. And then when that first A- or B+ hits, that rocks their very definition of who they are. And that can be tough. I remember the first time I didn't pass something with an A. I'll never forget that. And then the choice is, how do you respond to that? So I think it's just different personalities.
If you could tell your students one thing, what would you tell them?
Go easy on themselves. Be proud of their best work. Be diligent. Live up to the potential that all of us see in them. And understand that this is an incredible opportunity for their future.
And then a final question. Do you believe that this school is worth it for the students?
Gosh, yes. Absolutely. I'm sad because I graduated from Fraser. I'm sad this wasn't around when I was there because I would have been here. Hands down, heartbeat, I would have been here. It's an incredible place.